What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Taurus Sun sign friends. If you were born between the dates of April 20th and May 20th, then this video is for you. Happy birthday, by the way. It's coming up if it hasn't happened already, so yes, I wish you a happy birthday, Taurus friends. And we're going to get into it. This is a month ahead video reading, and this reading is going to tell us what your month of May is probably going to look like, some things that you should avoid, some things that you should focus on, and give you some idea of what to expect in the next month so that you can plan accordingly. Now, this is a general spread, of course. It applies to a large group of people, so everything in this reading is not going to apply to you, but if you want a more specific reading, then you can head on over to my Etsy shop, and I've got a bunch of tarot readings that you can choose from, and we can answer your questions in the most personalized of ways. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Llewellyn Tarot, or Llewellyn Classic, excuse me, and this is a lovely tarot deck that's going to help us answer the question. So if you will, just give me a moment to shuffle the cards, center myself, and ask the question, what can Taurus Sun signs expect for the month of May? Alright, so just one moment here, just a few more shuffles. That should be good. Cut the deck. And this is an 8-card reading. Okay, very interesting. We got a couple of aces. We've got a couple of major arcana. We've got a 2 of wands. Okay, we got a nice mixture here. Let me just get an overview of what's happening here, and we will get into this. Okay. All right, the first card here represents last month's energies. This is the month of April. The predominant energy of April. We have the 5 of Pentacles. I'm getting the feeling that you guys had a rough month. Maybe not like a horrible month, but rougher than usual. This could have been for a number of different reasons. Some of you are feeling some financial struggles, while others are maybe struggling with health. I'm getting the sense that you feel kind of a little bit lonely, a little bit left out this month. Maybe you didn't get enough as much attention as you would have wanted, and Taurus, you guys really cherish your friends, generally speaking. So maybe your friends weren't completely there for you the last month, the month of April, and that may have affected you in some small way. And so I'm getting the feeling that April was kind of a month of not necessarily solitude, but more solitude than you were expecting or hoping. Does that make sense? Okay, yeah. Well, I might come back to that. I think there's more to say about that card, but I want to move on to the current energies, and this is the Ace of Wands. So this is what a lot of you are going through right now, and I'm getting the feeling that there's a start of some new venture, some new adventure going on with a lot of the Tauri? Are you Tauris? I guess Taurians? I don't know what you are. You're Tauris to me. Okay? The Tauris are experiencing some new opportunities for adventure. So maybe some of you are thinking about starting on planning a trip. Maybe some of you are thinking of starting a new project or a new venture that you want to work on. Maybe some of you are thinking about switching jobs. But I'm getting a lot of new energy coming in, and new energy always is, the springtime energy. It's spring and things are blossoming, and you're blossoming as well. So I get the feeling that you guys are looking to put in some action right now, some concerted action into getting something that you want. So I think for a lot of you, if you're planning a trip, then now's the time to start actually doing the things that are going to get you closer to having that trip. Or if you're planning on getting a new job, now's the time to really start focusing on your resume and doing the motions, doing the energy work that it's going to take to get those things started and going. Okay, so this card here represents next month's energies, and we have the Emperor. Interesting. I'm getting the feeling that a lot of you are going to have some maybe struggles at work. Not necessarily struggles, but the Emperor represents someone who is in power and in authority, and I'm getting the feeling that there's going to be a lot of pressure on you from maybe an outside authority figure to do things their way. So I think this can be read as a boss in a lot of your instances, maybe a parent, or just someone that you see as an authority figure. Maybe some of you are going to have problems with the law. I don't know. So whatever the authority means in your life, I think that's going to have a predominant energy on you in the next month. For most of you, it's probably your boss, I would think, or your teachers. It could be your teachers. They're going to be putting a lot of pressure on you to do what they want you to do. So I think it's going to be good to keep your individuality in the next month, in the month of May, so that that pressure isn't forcing you to do things that you don't necessarily agree with or want to do. Remember that you are a unique snowflake, and no one can tell you what to do, right? So let's move on to this card here, which represents what to hold on to. We've got the Two of Wands. Okay, so as the Ace of Wands right now is signaling the start of a new adventure, a new journey. The Two of Wands is saying, let's get ready. The Two of Wands is about open doors. It's about preparing to go forth and to do the initial things that it's going to take to get this adventure started. So whatever form this new adventure is taking for you, this card is asking you to keep in mind that you're going to have to do the first things first. You're going to have to put one foot in front of the other before you can take the leap. Does that make sense? Is that too cliche? I think I just made that up, so it can't be cliche. But yeah, the Two of Wands is about opening new doors and new possibilities. So keep an open mind about what this adventure is and where it can take you. Sometimes when we're presented with a new opportunity, a lot of us will run the other way for fear of change. This card is asking you to embrace the change and be ready to go where this adventure wants to take you. It's going to be a good adventure. Trust me on that. It always is. When you look back at any adventure you had, it was always good, even the ones that you thought were horrible at the time. So yeah, stay open-minded, stay prepared to just go on a trip if that's what it's what's needed of you, or to get a new job if that's what's going to happen. Just be open. This card represents the biggest hurdle that you will face in the month of May. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. So again, we have another ace, and while this card is talking about new action being put into the world, this card is more about the physical aspect, the logistics of it. Where's the money coming from? Where's the resources coming from? So this card is saying the biggest hurdle is going to be getting the resources necessary to start that new adventure, and gathering those resources, and putting enough energy into the project that whatever it is. Okay, like I said, this is a general reading. It's going to be different for all of you, but whatever that new thing is that's on the horizon right now, I think a struggle that you're going to face in May is putting it all together so that you have the physical requirements for it. So finding the money, putting the money together to get the new thing done, or saving enough money to have a fallback, or whatever physical thing is wrapped up in this new adventure that's facing you at this time. That's what's going to be a challenge in the next month ahead, and so keep that in mind as you move forward. Always be thinking about what you need to get this activity done, whatever this activity may be for you. This card here represents what to let go of in the month of May. We have the Ten of Swords. Oh boy. Ten of Swords is not a pretty card. Okay, you don't want this card. This card is telling you that you need to let go of all those negative thoughts that are just killing your spirits. They're killing your drive. You're on the precipice, Taurus friends, Taurians. You're on the precipice of some new energies. I get the sense. There's a lot of new things coming along. And if you're going to bring your old baggage with you into this new thing, then you're going to just be, the last one out the gates. All right. I got cliches all over the place. Now, what I'm trying to say with this is that, we have a lot of negative ego thoughts that kind of weigh us down, and belief systems that hold us in place. And this card is about allowing all those things, doubt, fear, worry, to stack up to the point where they just kills your motivation, kills your spirit. So what you need to let go of is ego thoughts that are ones focused on negative aspects. I can't do this because. That is something you got to strike out of your vocabulary. I can't do that because. And get that out of your vocabulary, and instead change it to, I need to do this to get that done. And if you do that, you'll be leaning more towards this. You'll be solving this problem and solving this problem at the same time. If you shift your focus, you shift your way of thinking to not what is stopping me, but how can I progress forward? So get rid of those negative ego thoughts, fear, doubts, worry. I can't. Get them all out of your system because you don't need them. You need to let go of that for the month of May. This card here represents the people around you in the month of May, and we have the Chariot. And oh boy, I'm getting the sense that you guys are in for a journey. If you're not going to be traveling in May, you're definitely going to be going to new places, metaphorically speaking. I get the sense of a lot of movement here for Taurus. I think May is going to be a time of acceleration, a time of new adventure for a lot of you guys. I can definitely see something on the horizon here that's going to change your outlook dramatically, change your situation. And the Chariot is saying that the people around you are going to be propelling you on this journey. They're going to be helping you. They're going to be the ones to pull you out of it. I get the feeling, Taurus, you guys kind of sometimes, from time to time, not criticizing, but from time to time, you guys like to just do your own thing. You like the safe, secure thing. And a lot of times your friends have to be the ones to pull you into adventure. And I get the sense that's what's going to be happening in the month of May. I think your friends are going to be playing a large role in getting you off the couch, getting you off your negative thoughts, getting you out of that mode of thinking, and start propelling you into a new positive way of thinking and new positive actions that will help you go on this new adventure and bring in this new energy, whatever form it wants to take in your life. Okay, so your friends are going to be helpful this month. I think it might seem a little bit hectic, it might seem like they're pushing you, but they're pushing you in a positive direction for the most part. So let's look at this last card here, which represents the biggest lesson that you're going to learn. And we have the Three of Wands. I love the tarot. It's so cool. So there's a progression here. We got the Ace of Wands, we got the Two of Wands, and now we're looking at the Three of Wands. So your biggest lesson here is one of exploration. You see this guy here. He's looking out at the ships, and adventure is on the horizon. And I think what this card is telling me is that you're going to have all this new energy around you, but your biggest lesson is going to be in having a little bit of patience. I get the feeling that May is a time to prepare, and May is a time to really, analyze this new energy, see where it wants to take you. Is not necessarily a time to experience it. Okay, so I'm getting the feeling that the biggest lesson for you guys is going to be patience. You're feeling all this energy around you. Your friends are pushing you. You got all these new things on the horizon. You're coming out of a time of kind of a downtime for some of you, and so you're going to be really anxious to get this new thing started. But this card is saying that your biggest lesson is one of patience and understanding that the fruits of your labor will come. It just might not come immediately. So don't expect immediate results in the month of May, guys. You're planting the seeds, Taurus. You're planting the seeds for the future in May, and you're going to get big benefits from it, but it can't be all at once. You know what I mean? And so let's just go over these cards quickly, just as an overview. And I get the feeling that a lot of you are coming off of a downtime a little bit. You felt down a little bit. You felt kind of slovenly, maybe, for some of you. Again, this is not all of you, but I think we're moving into a time in the present moment of new energy coming in, and you're ready to allow that new energy, which is going to bring new adventure and new opportunities. Going forward into March, I think you're going to feel a lot of pressure from maybe an authority figure or someone above you, someone who holds sway in your life, and they're going to probably be giving you rules and restrictions and telling you why you shouldn't do this or that. And That's going to be an issue for some of you, okay? As we move over here, this is what you should hold on to, and that's the idea of adventure, of opening the door to adventure. Don't be the typical Taurus saying, I don't want to do anything new, I like where I am now. That's stereotypical Taurus, and I think that's something that you need to let go of, and instead grasp the idea of accepting adventure in whatever form it wants to take in your life. It's going to be different for all of you, but you should be open to it because it's going to bring new things. Speaking of new things, the biggest challenge is going to be figuring out how to bring this energy into the earth, how to ground it. You're going to be feeling very kinetic, very ready to go, but how do you ground it into the earth? How do you get those resources necessary to really make it happen? So grounding all that energy is going to be a hurdle for you in the next month, in the month of May. So figure out a way to bring that energy that you're going to be feeling into the earth and into your life in a tangible way. So that's going to be your challenge. It's going to be something you're going to stumble on in the next month. So figure something out about that and you'll be doing a lot better. To let go of is a Ten of Swords, and I think that kind of goes along with this Emperor, the person who might be telling you that it shouldn't be done or can't be done. I think he's kind of feeding into this a little bit. He's put his little sword in there. So don't let the Emperor, don't let the person who holds sway in your life tell you that it can't be done, that your dreams can't come true. Your dreams absolutely can come true, and they will come true. It's just a matter of taking the steps necessary and getting rid of that energy. I mean, don't get rid of it. You obviously have this person in your life because you respect his or her opinion, but in this case, in the next month, don't let them have too much control over you, because you need to spread your wings and ground this new energy somehow, which will be coming. The people around you, their friends and family and co-workers, they're going to be there to push you into a new direction. We're going to have some movement, I get the feeling. So they're going to be helpful, but don't depend on them 100%. You guys love your friends, Taurus, so but remember some individuality, okay? And do your own thing. And the biggest lesson is, of course, patience. It's not all going to happen at once. It's not all going to happen in the month of May, guys, but the seeds are being planted. The energy is being grounded. You're getting rid of your ego thoughts. If you do all these things, and oh man, you're going to see some doors start to open for you guys, all right? So that is my overview for Taurus in the month of May. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Remember, if you want a more personalized reading that's tapped into your specific energy, then head on over to my Etsy store and you guys can check out the spreads I have available there, and we can tap into your specific energy and give you a less generalized look at your month ahead, or whatever you want to do. There's a bunch of different spreads on there. Alright guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Leave a like if you did. Leave some comments in the comment section below if you have any questions. Subscribe if you haven't already. Happy taroting. Peace.